All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier self hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, today's topic for our pod is something that is extremely close to my heart. Um, and in fact, I just wrapped up a session with a dear friend of mine who had invited me to her community to share a little bit more about hypnosis and how, especially as communicators, how and what can they do to be able to use hypnosis in their lives. And as I look back on the events, on the days preceding today's community meetup that I had with her and her community. Uh, it's truly amazing that when you make it a point to be so clear about what you want, about who you stand for, about also knowing what you're meant to be doing. When all of this is really, really clear, then the kind of opportunities, the kind of people who show up are absolute godsends. And this has been my experience because it's one thing to visualize and imagine. Uh, it's something else when it all actually comes together and it becomes real. So for me, it was an absolute blessing to be able to be with her in her community and share um, with her members ways in which that they can deal with their fears, be able to step up in their best possible way, in their best possible avatar, and do the work that they're meant to do. So um, as I was reflecting on, as I always tell you, um, it's like the topic shows up just before I go live and in recording this pod. And today, part of it was maybe kind of expected, but I hadn't really thought about it until I wrapped up the community call, and I said, okay, now um, let me record this pod. And it's a true blessing to be able to, it's like when you get to do what you really want to do, and you have people around you that support you, you have people around you that believe in you, and when this starts to, that in itself is a blessing, right? That in itself is truly that's grace. But when that gets extended to a community, uh, it's like we're in a completely different um, space and time. And by that, I mean that, maybe there was a time way back when I might have uh, wanted it, when I might have envisioned it, when I might have dreamt about it. But to be now living in such times and to be able to, connect with people and really be able to um, have them have experiences that I know will blossom with time, that will change the outcome of their, um, the decisions that they make. Because I truly believe that this is the power of hypnosis. This is the power of self-hypnosis. And when you learn these tools, when you learn these techniques, so that's the surface level, right? When you learn tools and techniques. And then when you start to implement it and it becomes a way of life, it truly changes your perspective, right? And to be now able to share this with the community, I know that things have truly shifted and that this is the beginning of many such experiences where, interestingly enough, it was barely maybe about 10 days ago where I had this 10 or maybe 20 days ago where I had this epiphany of, um, I really want to, uh, I really want to be of such value that people invite me into their communities so that their communities can experience the power of hypnosis. And that today is today is definitely testament to that having happened. And this is the power of, this is really the power of um, envisioning something beyond myself. So it's like when you start to have these visions and dreams that involve many, um, and you stay open, uh, the opportunities will come from the most unusual places, right? And because when you are, and especially as digital coaches, when you've been doing the work, you've been you know putting in the hours, you've been keeping your belief intact, and you're keeping your belief strong that yes, I know I'm meant to be doing this work. um, you're literally um, experiencing something that takes you into a different dimension. And maybe you can see that I'm um, kind of already in a state of trance. And whether you call it bliss, whether you call it just truly grace, um, for um, receiving and accepting this reality. And I know that this is the beginning of many. So, for like I keep reminding you, my regular viewer, listener, and watcher, that I've been, putting in the yards, putting in the time, day after day after day, showing up here and sharing my experiences and sharing what I truly believe are ways in which your life can change. Um, this is just testament to that. Whether we've met yet or not, maybe you've just heard me on YouTube or Facebook and we haven't met yet. But if you have already, it's like we were meant to. And I don't believe in any. There are no coincidences. So everything really happens for a reason. And the fact that you're listening to this now means that that karmic connection is strong. So I want to thank you for putting that thought out there that you want to hear me and hear what I have to share with you. And big thanks to people who have supported me all these years, and especially now where we're getting into a space of reaching out to communities. So um, I'm extremely blessed and filled with gratitude that I get to show up and do this work. And of course, there's more to come. Lastly, of course, before I go, especially as a digital coach, just keep in mind that if you are somebody who has already done a lot of the hard work of building your skill, and you're at a point where in building your brand, your name, you've also invested in tools and learn technology and also worked with mentors, but somehow things haven't clicked for you, and it's evident when you look at your bank balance. I can definitely tell you that I feel your pain. I've been there. And one of the things that I've done is I've created this workshop that is called Mera Number Kab Aayega. And this is designed for people like us, where somehow we've done a lot, but something hasn't clicked. And I can tell you what I realized through my own experience is that what's missing is my, it's actually my limiting, or in fact, let me put it this way: my limiting beliefs are what have kept me stuck and trapped. And when I started to build positive self beliefs, and I built it to the point where it was like what they call the tipping point. So when I built it beyond that, that is where I no longer have to focus on the negative beliefs. I just focus on the positive beliefs. And the more I focus on that, that is what has made the shift in my life. And I know that hypnosis, the power of hypnosis, has been a huge, huge reason for that to happen. And today I'm at that point where I teach digital coaches to use the power of self hypnosis to build positive self belief. So if this is something that is exactly what you've been looking for, or maybe you're just curious to know, okay, I've tried a lot, hasn't worked, maybe this will, definitely come and meet me live. I do this on Sunday. The workshop is called Mera Number Kab Aayega. So definitely come and you know um, meet me. Let me know what your story is, and also come and experience the power of hypnosis and self hypnosis. And if you feel that this is really working for you, then obviously there's a path so that you can go deeper. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you live. Of course, there is a link that you should be able to see on YouTube. On my podcast channel, you'll be able to see a link at the bottom of the description. Uh, and if you're not, just drop me a message, especially if you got to this point, drop me a message and ask me for the link. And you should also be able to see it on my website, right? So the website is rahulgeorge.com. So you can definitely find me there. Look forward to seeing you. And yeah, I guess that's where I'll call it for now. I will be, of course, back for uh, another pod. I will be recording that tomorrow. Thank you once again. And as always, remember to live with purpose. So see you in the next one. God bless and wish you all the very best on your journey. Ta-da. Bye-bye.